What's up, everybody? It's Monday. Hold on, wait a minute. Monday. Yes, gotta get your money right. Come on in. Yes, gotta get your money right. Money Monday. Come on, get in here. It's Money Monday. Money Monday. All right. Gotta get your money right. Got to get your money right. What is up? Good morning, everybody. And thank you for joining me for this week's Money Monday. Please do me a favor and drop your name and where you're from in the comments. I like to know who I am talking to because I am talking to you. I am not talking at you. So if you could, please drop your name and where you are from in the chat box. For those of you who do not know me, I am Michelle Robinson, aka J. Michelle, and I am a wealth and financial strategist. What does that mean? You are a wealth and financial strategist. That means that I help individuals and businesses create strategies to optimize their finances, careers, and vision. In essence, if you want to get real with it, I am my brand, just here to help because help means helping everyone live prosperously. I want everyone to live prosperously. And if you want to live prosperously, trust me, I am the one to help you get there. So, want to give a huge shout out to those of you who have already gone and purchased my book. Those of you who have purchased my book, What Being Broke Taught Me. I want to thank you for purchasing your copy. If you haven't already purchased your copy, you need to purchase your copy. You need to get a copy of this ebook if you haven't already done so. In this ebook, I share 7 lessons I learned as I struggled with my finances. And listen, while I have not been super loud and out there about this, I am not struggling with my finances. I have been blessed, very blessed to go from being broke, struggling with my finances, mismanaging money, to being in a wealthy place. And so I encourage you to get the ebook. It is not a long read at all. And it is a great balance of humor and reality. So if you have not purchased the ebook, go to my website, www.justheretohelp.com, and purchase your copy. All right, everybody, listen, today I'm not going to say it. I always say I'm not going to say it, and then it turns into something else. But it's not my desire or my goal to be before you long. What I would like to talk about for a topic today for Money Mondays is the student loan forgiveness. Lots of conversation, lots of excitement, lots of disdain on the other hand for the student loan forgiveness. And I'm just going to give you all a little bit of backdrop. I am going to do some reading because I want to make sure that the information that I am sharing with you is accurate information. Because one of the issues with a lot of people who sit in this space and they talk about finances, they give a lot of their opinion. It is always my goal to come to you with factual information. And then I am going to also give you information from my sphere um, and what I may be led to say as it relates to the future and what I see that may be happening. But as it relates to right now, I am going to give you the facts. And so President Biden and our Vice President and the U.S. Department of Education, they announced this three-part plan, which is the purpose of it is to help working and middle class families, and those who are federal student loan borrowers to transition back to their payments, their regular payments as pandemic related support expires. Because as you all know, we are still in a pandemic, but in the beginning of the pandemic, there was a lot of relief, which meant there was a lot of money, there was a lot of deferments as it relates to people paying for things. And now that is tapering off because even though we may still be in the pandemic, this has, whether people want to acknowledge it or admit it or not, this has become the new normal. And so things are beginning to adjust and level off as we move forward and live in this new normal. So a lot of those services have are, are are phasing out. And so this plan for student loan forgiveness is up to $20,000, depending on what situation you fall in. So what does this mean? What does this all mean when we start talking about the student loan forgiveness? I'm going to actually read this because, again, I want to ensure that I'm providing you with accurate information. What this means is that the U.S. Department of Education will provide up to $20,000 in debt cancellation to Pell Grant recipients with loans held by the Department of Education and up to $10,000 in debt cancellation to non-Pell Grant recipients. Borrowers are eligible for this relief if their individual income is less than $125 or $250 for households. Okay, so in layman's terms, as we said in the military, what that means is that the U.S. Department of Education is going to provide up to $20,000 in debt cancellation for those who borrowed money who access a Pell Grant. Those individuals will get the $20,000 debt cancellation. Okay, that's where the $20,000 comes. However, if you did not qualify for a Pell Grant, because everybody doesn't qualify for a Pell Grant. Pell Grants are based off of your income, your annual income. So if you did not qualify for a Pell Grant and your salary, your individual income that you claimed on your taxes, if it's less than 125,000 for an individual filer, or for joint filers, if it was less than 250,000, you will get the $10,000 relief. That's what that is saying. All right. And so the question that a lot of people are asking, a lot of financial folks and economists, is how is this going to affect the economy? Because the facts are let me say this, it was absolutely necessary during this pandemic to provide relief to certain individuals. Most definitely it was necessary. Certain jobs, had to lay off folks because there was a shutdown. Small businesses weren't able to operate. Let me be crystal clear. It was absolutely necessary to do that. And with the necessity of doing that, there is a reality that the money has to be made up from somewhere. Okay. It had a impact on the economy. And so there is the question now that there has been this loan forgiveness, what is the impact that it's going to have on the economy? At this point, you have some economists that are saying there will be little to no impact to the economy because it's only a reduction of $400 billion. I need to sit my coffee. Sorry, and I'm going to say that again. And I'm going to let you all uh, ponder on that while I sit my coffee. You have some economists who are saying that the student loan forgiveness is not going to impact the economy because it's only around $400 billion that is being forgiven. It's only like a reduction of $400 billion. Okay, can I be real with you all? I'm going to be real with you all. Let me be real with you all. Again, first of all, let me say this. Let me say this because I'm not trying to come across any kind of way at all. I am ecstatic. I am ecstatic for everyone who is going to benefit from this student loan forgiveness because student loan debt is one of the worst kinds of debt to have. And I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. Who wants to go to school, go to college, get an education, and enter into the workforce with tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes more than that, depending on what you went to school for? But who wants to start their career with all of that debt hanging over their head? Nobody wants to do that. So let me say that I am like, hands down, I am ecstatic because I had 70 plus $1,000 of student loan debt at one point in time. And thanks be unto God that the Uncle Sam, the U.S. Army, took care of my student loan debt. So I'm not hating at all. Um, However, that being said, I don't buy this. It won't impact the economy. I'm sorry. I can't see how 400,000, not 400,000, because if it was 400,000, that would be all good. $400 billion. I don't see how $400 billion of money. Now here's the thing, because some people will say, well, it's not a gift. We're not giving away 400 billion. We are forgiving 400 billion. It's the same thing because basically we have loaned out $400 billion. So we already gave out the money. We already dispersed it. And now we're saying we're no longer going to collect it. Okay. So I have a challenge believing that it's not going to impact the economy. It may not impact us today. It may not impact us in 2022. It might not impact us in 2023, but it's going to have an impact. As wealthy as the United States of America may be, we don't have $400 billion to just write off. It's going to be made up some kind of way. And likely, this is where I'm not speaking from fact. I'm not speaking from fact when I say this. This is me speaking from my sphere about what I believe is going to happen. Okay. What is likely going to happen in an effort to recover this money is the middle class is going to be taxed more as well as small business. We've already heard about all of the funding, about money, additional money, and I believe it's a high ticket. It may be up in the billion. That's going to be invested in the IRS to hire more auditors. And word on the street is those auditors are coming for small businesses for taxes. So there's a lot that's happening, and everything is cause and effect when you start looking at the economy and money. And so just know that whenever there's relief that's given, just know whenever there are these packages that are provided to the population, just know that there's an effect that comes with that. Again, I'm not saying that it's not necessary for the relief. I'm just saying relief doesn't come without a price tag. So, listen up. Obviously, this is going to have an impact on the nation. It's going to have an impact on individuals. And so, if you are concerned about potential tax hikes, you should look into ways to protect your money. Look into ways to protect your monies, and I can certainly help you with that. But the bottom line is this: with everything that I said, this is the bottom line. None of us want to be in debt, and none of us want our hard-earned money to be taxed to death. Okay, and so this is what I want to say to you all today. If you benefited or if you will benefit from student loan forgiveness, and I'm gonna get my mic for this. This is my little microphone that I bought for me and my daughter to sing and do karaoke with. But I'm gonna bring out my microphone. Listen, if you benefited from, or if you will benefit from the student loan forgiveness, hear me out. Be grateful for it and do not get back in debt. Do not take out another student loan. You are fortunate and blessed to be able to have your student loan, even if it's only $10,000, eliminated. Because thankfully, the average person, I think, only has about 30 to 40,000 dollars of student loan debt. Everybody gained over 70,000. That was for a master's degree. Over 100,000 that some people have who go into the medical field to become a doctor or a lawyer. That's not the standard or the norm. So if your student loan debt was forgiven, I'm not going to sing to you, but do not get another student loan and get back into more debt. Do not be entangled with debt. All right? Okay. Mic down. All right. So listen, speaking of debt, I have a challenge. I have taken up a challenge, and the challenge that I have taken up is my mission is that I am going to help 5,000 families get out of debt and get on the path of financial freedom. Will you be one of the 5,000? Will you be one of the 5,000 families that I help get out of debt? Do you know someone who needs to be a part of the 5,000? If you know somebody who needs to be a part of that 5,000, please direct them to my website, www.justheretohelp.com, or have them email me, jonte@jmichelle.com. We want to help. It is my goal, it is my mission to help people break the bondage of debt, because as I've been saying week after week, debt is bondage. I want to help people get out of debt and get on the path to prosperity. Listen, 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 listen. By way of announcement, because we are almost at the end of the month of August. Can you all believe it? We are at the end of August, almost at the end of summer. Our kids are going back to school, but September, somebody say September. I feel churchy. Somebody say September. All right, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. Life Insurance Awareness Month is in the month of September. And if you didn't know, I am a licensed life insurance producer. I do have a life insurance license. And to celebrate Life Insurance Awareness Month, I am going to be doing free. I just say free because we all love free. I'm going to be doing free policy reviews. This is my way to give back to the community. And so, if you would like for me to review your policy, please visit my website again, www.justheretohelp.com, and schedule your appointment. There should be a button that is there where you can schedule a free consultation. Please go ahead and do that. I would love to review your policy for you, and provide you with any feedback, advice, etc., options, alternatives. And then you can also email me, of course, at jonte@jmichelle.com. Also, please ensure that you are following my social media accounts, my YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, because I will be providing a plethora of information about life insurance. Because believe it or not, a lot of people do not know what life insurance is and what it does. And so that's what the goal is in the month of September. So stay tuned for that. Before we end today, I do have a few asks of you per usual. Please share this video on your social media. It's not about me, it's about getting the message out to the masses. If you haven't already done so, if you haven't already done so, go to my website and get your copy of my new ebook, What Being Broke Taught Me, www.justheretohelp.com, and get a copy of my new ebook. If there is something, if something I said today resonated with you, let's get an appointment scheduled. Let's get an appointment scheduled and let's talk about how I can support you on your path to prosperity and wealth. And finally, brethren, you may not need what I have, or you think you don't need what I have. But nevertheless, there's somebody that you know who certainly does need it. Please refer me to your family and friends. Listen, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today for Money Mondays. Please stay tuned. Lots of great things happening. All right, all right. Let us go out of here with our song. It's Money Monday. Thank you for joining me. You all have a fabulous, fabulous day.